host or guests do not state or reflect those of the company, its management, sponsors, or any entities they represent.
Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off of steel. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboard, Simone of the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the 3 in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bill in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple social platforms. You can catch us on Facebook. You can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. All
What
right.
the hell did you just do?
What happened?
Oh, hold on. All right, you might be back together.
I want to say no. I just changed my voice. I was just on playing with the
no,
voice.
uh, it, it had to be something with the mic. You just got the ad libs in the background again, man. You had the background singer from the Temptations.
Man, I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to
Hey,
let you go.
before we get started, slide out and come back in. Let's see.
Damn, dog.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
yeah. My dog will be back. We about to come through, talk about them Browns. You know, is they gonna change it around or is it just going down? Same old, same old. What we used to. Yo,
Hello. What it
damn,
do? What it sound like? It sound bad? What we doing?
like you sounding straight, but then it be having that.
Is the volume up too loud or something? I don't know, man. It's like, what we doing, man? Just every time, all my life I had to fight. Cause every time I think I got it.
I told you it's them fishy headphones they sold us. All they did,
Man,
they sold me the black ones and they sold you the gray ones. All they did was throw some paint on that. I told you I know that vibe.
man, man. Now they sold you the great ones,
Yeah,
man.
they
That's
sold you the gray
crazy
ones. I got
work.
the black ones from back in the day.
No, I said great. I said great, great, great. Yeah, they sold me the great ones, huh? Just squish these joints down. But they've been working well all day. Okay, what I sound like right now? I sound bad?
Like you be sounding straight, but then it be having a little like you'll be talking, and then it'd be like, all right, like we in the studio, you in the studio, I'm the engineer, and you rapping, and then it's like a nigga cut through your shit. I cut your shit. It's
Damn,
like you hear
damn.
it's like you hear the engineer slicing your shit while you rapping.
Man, don't hate on my bars. Not my bars. I got them bars. Man, that's crazy work, man. But it sounds like I'm sounding pretty good right now, right?
No, like you once you talk, you'll be straight. Then it'll.
Okay, what I sound like right now? What this sound like?
When you said what this sound like, it was straight. But once you got done, it said. Like, yeah, like you walking down, like you got that.
Back down memory lane.
You got that.
I take this photograph. It still sound like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
How long, man? All right, I'll be back.
I don't know what's going on with my dog. You feel me? They don't want him to shine. He probably was about to have a fool. That's probably why. Somehow he do that. Think that boy Aquarius or a Cancer. Both of them crazy.
That's crazy work. Is we back now? What this sound like?
You sound straight now.
Okay. You know what
You
I'm
took the
saying? Now,
headphones out.
yeah, man, I ain't
I
had no
told you.
choice.
I told you what it was. They
But I
robbed me.
wore the headphones
They
all
robbed me
last
like 3 years
podcast
ago, even though I still use them headphones when I'm in the street.
in the
But they
streets.
robbed you about 3 years ago, man. And all they did was sell you the same ones, and they painted the box.
Man, that's crazy. No
That's
refurbishing.
all it was. They painted the
No,
box. They
no
they, they, they
refurbishing.
like they like we gonna make them shiny. You know what I'm saying? They like the
No
shiny shit.
refurbishing.
Yeah, they sold you that puff daddy.
Man, not that Puff Daddy. You know what? All right, man. We outside. Hey, yo. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple social platforms, okay? We on Facebook. We on Twitch. We on YouTube. We on X, all right? You can follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you will see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly, DeeTrynt. Make sure y'all do the same. It is a pleasure to be with y'all today. I appreciate everybody who hung in through the technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the difficulties be in the way of things, all right? But we outside, all right? And it's an interesting day today. It is a very interesting day today because we back talking about the Browns. But first, before we get to the Browns, let's talk about how Joe Flacco turned back the hands of time. And now we
Listen,
understand.
listen. Before you say that, I said this shit was gonna happen. I said when he got them weapons and somebody that can catch it, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand these Joe Flacco need the youth. The youth gotta help him. Our youth didn't help him. You know what I'm saying? When you got a Higgins and a motherfucking Chase to throw to, you good to go. You feel me? Like
I
you good, even
mean,
with a bad line. Because they line ain't better than ours. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. They
That's
line
how I
looked
feel.
better
You know
than
what I'm
ours
saying?
last night.
That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. They helped. They looked out for old school. That's how I feel. I'm calling him old school. That's my
They
cousin.
looked out for school.
Damn, I'm school. The fuck?
They looked out for school.
I'm
Oh
school.
shit.
I'm talking about school. I'm school. I'm out of here, man. Hold it down.
Oh, they looked out for school. Got me tickled to pink. Okay, so for everybody who doesn't know what happened, or somehow yesterday you didn't really see the commotion. Now I kind of knew what was going on via X. All right, just because complaining just happens, right? Some people just like to complain all the time. But let me give you a summary of what happened. Last night was Thursday Night Football. Uh, Shout out to Amazon Prime Video,
Did you
who I
bet?
think does a fantastic job of showcasing a NFL game.
Did
I
you bet?
mean, from, huh?
Did you bet? Damn,
No,
I said I had
man,
to
hold
stream
on, wait,
yesterday.
hold on.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. My bad. I forgot. My bad. You
Let,
down
let,
south.
yeah,
I'm
let
sorry.
me get
My
there.
bad.
Yeah, let me get there. Hold on, give me a second. All right, give me a second. You putting the cart before the horse. Hold on. Okay, so let me set the stage for y'all. Last night was a AFC North division rivalry game. Okay, now before this game happened, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, the Browns traded their opening day starter, which is a 40-year-old Joe Flacco. You know him from the Baltimore days. And after 4 games, going 1-3, throwing 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, they traded him to the Bengals. Following that trade, we played Minnesota and London. Then we played Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh. And during the week leading up to the Pittsburgh game, Mike Tomlin comes out and basically throws shot at Andrew Berry about trading Flacco. I don't think people were aware at the time that Joe Flacco is 11-11 all time against the Steelers. So I thought it was interesting that he was mad. Okay, sure enough,
Same thing, bro.
Flacco and the Bengals played Tomlin and the Steelers last night. And I guess if you don't know, the Bengals won 33-31. Okay? Why is that interesting? Because Joe Flacco throws for 342 yards off 31 completions in 47 attempts. He had 3 passing touchdowns. He was only sacked twice. He had a quarterback rating of 75. No, he had a QBR of 75.2 and a rating of 108.6. Okay, this is far better than anything he's done in Cleveland this year. Okay, Chase Brown, their running back, had 11 carries for 108 yards. He averaged 9.8 yards a rush. Jamar Chase had 16 receptions off 23 targets for 161 and a touchdown. T. Higgins had 6 receptions off 10 targets, and he had 96 yards for a touchdown. Now, I want people to understand this. Joe Flacco did not have those type of receivers in Cleveland. There's not a Jamar Chase or a T. Higgins that is on the Cleveland Browns roster. Okay, and last night, 33 of 47 targets went to those 2 players. Okay, so again, now, bruh, what you was saying? Come on back, player. Okay, now you were saying.
Who, me? Oh no,
Yeah.
I said that. I said that from the jump. I'm like, man, Tomlin's smart, so he stirred up the division. You hear me from your side?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
I'm getting feedback. I don't sound bad though, do I?
No, you sound clear.
Okay. So soon as it happened, and once Coach did his shit, once Tomlin did his shit, and he put that message out to the world to throw the shots at the Browns and shit, to throw the shots at AB. He did that because he mad, he shook. He know what Joe Flacco does to him with a little bit of weapon. You feel me? He know they coasting through the division right now. You know what I'm saying? And us sending Joe Flacco to Cincinnati, now they got a more threat in the division, and he know that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he said that shit about Barry and all that shit to stir more controversy in Cleveland, because he like, you motherfuckers just did that shit to us. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Because Joe Flacco been kicking his ass for years, and he just kicked his ass again. And he know how Joe Flacco is with weapons, because he know what he'll do with Joe Flacco. You feel me? Tomlin, man, you give Tomlin a little quarterback that can make some noise, he can go far. Well, I mean, he gonna get knocked off in the playoffs. That's what happened. Fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers, but you know, that's how I feel.
Right, he got a quarterback that can make noise now.
Right, and they making noise.
You know, they decent.
But the division was more open with all the quarterbacks out. But Joe Flacco going over there to Cincinnati, he know that get him an extra push to run them over, just like they did last night. Ooh, and I came up on the bet.
No, I did not get to bet last night, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. The last 2 weeks, bro, since Joe Flacco been there, like, you know, they've been having, like, nigga, Higgins been plus money at 40 plus receiving yards, bro. That shit is done now. I had him for 50 last game, man. I had him for 50 the game before. That shit done now, bruh. I already knew what it was. Like Flacco with weapons is different. Like they just ain't hold him down. Like, bruh, we didn't hold our receivers didn't hold him down. You supposed to hold the big dog down. You can't be on the front line. Hold, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta hold him down and turn him up.
Hey, so look, let me say this. I ain't want Flacco here to begin with, so I don't care. I'm gonna be very clear with y'all. Give two shits about what Joe Flacco do with
Hey,
his life.
same
I
here,
didn't
man.
want.
Them two boys on the screen, I'd rather see them play all year.
You hear me? I didn't give two shits. I wasn't mad. I was mad that he came, and I was even happier that he left. Okay, he ain't want to play for Cleveland. No way. That was a Jimmy Haslam move, as far as I'm concerned. And oh
Right.
well.
And I was just about to say that. Plus, you gotta you already know you said you gonna clean up your mess up that you did from last episode.
Yeah.
But
So
listen. But this all going to this right now. Everybody is blaming this on Barry. This is I
how?
don't know if you've been seeing what's going on in Cleveland right now because you know you from out of town, but
Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.
hey, no, but Cleveland media, bro, you don't listen to these niggas, but they is all besides the fans and the media, they all blaming this shit on Barry right now. When all these motherfuckers from the fans, everybody wanted Flacco gone. But right now they blaming this shit on Barry. They saying Barry should be fired. They all blaming this shit on Barry.
Let me say this as a tenured Browns faithful. 70 to 80% of the Browns fan base is fair weather fans. They are fair weather fans. Okay?
All facts and don't know shit about football.
Listen, and part of the reason why they don't know nothing about football is because 90% of the local sports media in Cleveland has no football IQ. So these fans follow those people, and nothing from nothing leaves nothing. That's just kind of how it works. Let me clean up last podcast, okay? I was in a great discussion with some guys, and I messed up some players' names, okay? So when I was talking about a dual threat, I was in a segment where I talked about using a player to their strengths, regardless of position. And I said Keenan McCardell when I meant Cordell Stewart. So my apologies, Cordell, for misspeaking. Okay. Also, I was talking about Browns debacle seasons and transitions, and I said Ken Dorsey when I really meant John Dorsey. So that's my apologies. I
And I
wanted to
was
clear
calling
that
them
up.
Woki Mosabi, so people know when you was calling them Woki Mosabi, he was
I
talking
was talking
about
about John Dorsey.
John
Yes, I
Dorsey too.
was. And yeah, John Dorsey is a great scout, and that is it. Okay. Let's get back to the table, to the message at hand. Okay. Um, I I really didn't care for last night's game. I didn't care. What bothered me the most is the fair weather fandom in Cleveland. Okay. Let me just tell you about some of the conversations that went on my Twitter feed. First off, I had to go at Tony Grossi because Tony Grossi gets on my nerves. Why does Tony Grossi get on my nerves? Because he is the epitome of a negative Nancy. Okay? Tony Grossi is upset that the Cleveland Browns have cut him off to have access to the team. So in order for him to keep getting money in journalism and sports, he has to make up and create negative TMZ type headlines. This is why I don't like listening to him. But he tweeted, Flacco is embarrassing the Browns right now. And I politely retweeted him saying, the same way you embarrass Browns fans to the national media. Mirrors are a fascinating creation. I meant every word of that. Okay, I wanted to make sure I looked in the camera when I told you I meant every word of that, bro. You are the epitome of what's wrong with Cleveland's local media. You can come talk this, oh, I got tenure and cachet, but you shitty. You suck. So it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it if you still suck after 50 years of doing it. Anyway, what us blowed me about my fellow Browns fans is I heard one of my homies said the Cuban Missile Crisis is coming to Cleveland. So I didn't even know what the hell he was talking about. Okay, I had to ask him, "What are you talking about?" And he was talking about a certain football prospect, a quarterback, which in turn made me tell him, made me tweet out. Okay, DeeTrynt, you will see me. You will see the owl with the logo. You will see it up there. Which made me tweet out, the Browns will not be drafting a quarterback for the next 3 to 4 seasons, which had some people so in the uproar. Oh, this is the worst take ever. Let me explain something to you lacking football IQ brains. Okay? They still owe Deshaun Watson 100+ million, and he's going to come back fully healthy. If you think somebody's going to invest 300 million into a player and not seek to get some type of return out of that investment, you are sadly mistaken. I don't care what your feelings are. Your logic makes no sense. Okay? Then you have 2 rookies on the roster. So I say, one of these rookies was a projected top 3 pick. So essentially, you have 2 quarterbacks on your roster who were projected top 5 picks in their respective drafts. And you have another quarterback on your roster who is a highly tenured college player who started every year he was in college. Watson still has 3 years left on his contract. Shador has 4 years left on his contract with 3 after this season. And the same for Dylan Gabriel. So yes, they have a complete quarterback room. They have 3 talented guys who can grow in the system. Okay? Because the Browns have no offensive tackles to rely on, and maybe Cam Robinson could be a nice, left stopgap for right now. But the right is completely abysmal. Okay? You have no number 1 receiver. Okay?
Receiver and lineman is a must.
So how could you ever think that the Browns, with 3 picks virtually in the top 40, is going to take a quarterback over offensive tackles and wide receivers? You don't make any sense. You're speaking from emotion. Okay? From a business standpoint, it's not happening. I don't care how much y'all cry and toot and poot and tweet. It ain't happening. Okay? Jimmy Haslam is still paying 5 quarterbacks that's not even on the roster. And he's going to pick up a 9th?
Facts. And let me say this about Jimmy too. What Jimmy said about Shador, motherfuckers act like he was dissing him, saying like, I don't like Shador. I didn't want Shador. He like, I didn't think he was gonna be there type shit. Like that's what he was saying. Like shit in the 5th round. Like I ain't see that shit coming. Like I ain't see that shit coming in no 5th round. It wasn't no, we don't want him type shit. Like, Jimmy want to bring some winning to this motherfucking city. That's one thing I know. Because he's spending all his bread to do it. You know what I'm saying? He don't care who bring it to this motherfucker. When he said that shit, Jimmy don't have the gift of gab. Now, D can talk to the media a little bit more, but she not the owner. You know what I'm saying? It's Jimmy that really the face. You know what I'm saying? Like he can talk a little bit more, but Jimmy, he just a country, you know what I'm saying? Country boy that love football. You know what I'm saying? Got some bread and finally got him a team. You know what I'm saying? And been spending all his money and shit, wasted a lot of money thinking he paying all these football players and football moms and all this shit because at the end of the day, Jimmy been taking hella L to this day. How many people he still paying from coaches, players, and all this shit that he thought can bring something to this city? But once
I
he
think it's
found out
around
they
20.
can't, he like, nigga, I'd rather pay you away from this bitch than keep you here. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't understand. Like, some people will keep him there.
And
Like,
then it came out today that the Browns may not be getting that stadium finished until 2031.
okay,
So,
so my dude at my job was right. Because I'm like, hold on, I ain't hear nothing about that.
so that to me, that just confirms the fact that he will not be firing Stefanski or Barry anytime soon. He will not be drafting a quarterback in the first round anytime soon. Because if he's going to spend upwards of $3 billion on this stadium, on top of whatever he spent to acquire the land to build the stadium on, he's going to need to not be in the red.
Plus the 1 million going downtown.
Listen, bruh.
How many? And
Why?
if he did fire Kevin, what he paying him for? What 3 more years or 2 more years?
Yeah, bruh, you just gave them both 4 or 5 year extensions.
So how many? How much? How many years will he have to pay Kev?
He to a contract over.
I'm not talking about how many more years do Kev got because I really don't know.
Okay, so the details of the contract wasn't disclosed like that. But last year, at the end of last offseason, Barry and Stefanski both signed 5 year deals.
Oh shit, that was last year. I thought it was the year
That
before.
that was last year.
So this shit fresh. Oh no, they ain't going. Oh,
That was just last season. Okay? And they're not going anywhere. Okay? Part of that contract negotiation was allowing these guys to pick the players that they want to pick and run a team that they want to run. So in essence, if you start to see guys leave, I'm gonna say this: David Njoku's not playing. If David Njoku gets traded, I don't like it, but I'm not upset because that's not a guy Kevin Stefanski drafted. If Joe Batonio gets moved, which is highly unlikely, but if he gets moved, that's not a guy Kevin and them drafted. The guys that they drafted will stay on the team. The guys that they acquired in the off seasons, the guys that they traded for, they'll stay on the team. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? People are expecting the Browns to be something that they are not in a position to be. And I need you all to understand this, okay? So again, back to this money thing. Because he needs to be able to be in the profit margin by the time the stadium is actually close to being done, you will not see certain things happen that all you fans wish would happen. It's not going to happen, okay? I personally don't see nothing wrong with the quarterback room as it is. You have more than enough talent there to do something. Okay? I would like to see what these other receivers could do. I personally would bench Jerry Jeudy. I would bench his ass. Benching. You know why? Because if anybody got embarrassed last night on the Browns team, it was Jerry Jeudy. If anybody got embarrassed, it was Jerry Jeudy. Why? Because Flacco threw Chase and Higgins the ball 33 times. And between the two of them, there were 9 missed connections. Now, Chase had 3 drops that I know of. Jerry Jeudy, we've seen you drop 5 passes in a game. Last night was an indictment on you. Because if you play better, maybe we might have a little bit more going on. And the receiving game wouldn't seem such unproductive, wouldn't come off so unproductive. Okay? 2 players getting moved. Again, I don't want to see Njoku go. I actually would like to see him featured as the number one receiving option in this offense. But if they move him, it's understandable. Barry and them didn't draft him. Okay? If they move from Jerome Ford, no. Barry drafted Jerome Ford. I'm sure Barry drafted Jerome Ford. I don't see him going anywhere. I like to compliment the Ford to Junkins. I don't care what nobody says. I like it. So I don't want to see him move them. But if Wyatt Teller gotta go. Wyatt Teller gotta go. All right. Wyatt Teller sucks at pass blocking. And nobody calls him out on this shit. And it blows my mind. You suck at pass blocking. You absolutely suck. Okay? Listen, I'm pretty sure somebody can pull up the number of times in his tenure with the Browns that he's got outright beat at the line of scrimmage on a pass play. It's wild that a multi-time Pro Bowler can't pass block. Blows my mind. It blows my mind even more that whoever plays right next to you on that right side, you don't make them better. Blows my mind. Okay? Let's get back to these Twitter interactions that I had last night. So, somebody says, hey, I agree with the O-line thing, but they need a quarterback. No, the Browns don't. The Browns need weapons. They need weapons. Now, I want to see what Jamari Thrash. I want to see what he can bring. What? I hear you.
You reading your Twitter comments and the Twitter shit you was going through?
No, but I can read them verbatim.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put some names on that shit. Welcome to Death Row.
No, man. First off, niggas
I
ain't
was
getting
gonna say
no fame off me.
I'm about to say if you was gonna
Bruh.
I'm about to say
Hey,
if
guess
you
what,
was
bruh?
if you was gonna let them know, like shit. I
First off,
see your comments, man.
bruh. I ain't gonna read y'all names because I read Jay Clee name because I fuck with Jay Clee. I fuck with Coolsey. I fuck with JL. I fuck with JO. I fuck with X. I read them names. But a lot of the rest of these niggas, I ain't reading none of y'all names. Not weirdos. I don't do that. And it ain't that I don't like y'all. It's more up there. Cam, Trail. Like it's quite a few Christian. It's quite a few my OTC cats. All my off the clock cats, I fuck with them. But it's a lot of these other weirdos. Nah, bruh. And I don't got nothing against y'all. It's just that y'all bring y'all personal vendettas to social media. Understood. And y'all act like I'm supposed to care. Understood. Hey, man, listen. I've been my own man my whole life, bruh. I can give two shits about a person agreeing or disagreeing with me about nothing. Because half y'all could never break the game down like I could to anybody like I can. Now, I will say half of y'all, because it's a lot of y'all that's actually got it. But quite a few ain't got nowhere near what I got. Can't do half of what I do, so I don't care. All right? Speak, do whatever you want. All right? I'm going to be me every day of the week, every time you see me, in every state, in every situation that you see me in. Please understand that, okay? Back to this football. So, Twitter's going crazy. Kevin should be fired. Andrew Berry sucks. Wooty wooty wah. Y'all are fair weather fans. Y'all get on my nerves. If I'm a player on the team, I wouldn't want to play hard for y'all, no way. Why? Where's the encouragement? Where's the have your back? Y'all don't have nobody back. Y'all steady talking crazy. Every time they do half of something wrong, y'all talking crazy. But 90% of y'all ain't never been in a position. Then Myles Garrett comes up there and they crucify him because Myles Garrett says the fans can't be madder than the people on the field. He's absolutely right. And if you are, then there's a problem. If the fans are madder than the players on the field for the losing, then you have a cultural problem. That's when you can say you have a culture problem. But what the Browns are going through is a renovation process. This is all. Okay? They act like Isaiah McGuire and Alex Wright aren't first-time starters. Like Malik Collins isn't new to the system. Like Mason Graham isn't new to the system. Like Charles Schlesinger isn't new to the system. Okay, Dale Pitt been here and Ward been here, but Emerson hurt and they traded Greg Newsome. So Tyson Campbell is new to the system. Devin Bush been here a couple years, so I guess he's not new to the system. But Jerome Baker is in his first year here, second year here. He's new to the system.
And people don't understand how big of a key piece that Emerson was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Even like Newsom was gonna be here regardless. Like and fucking once if Emerson came back, Campbell not gonna be in that spot. He gonna be on the field, but not where the fuck they got him playing at.
He gonna play slot.
Slot, definitely. He gonna play slot.
And we got his contract for the next 3 seasons. So I just, again, fair weather fandom. The Browns went 3-14 last year. No real sports fan came in the season thinking the Browns was going to make the playoffs or contend for the division. They literally had to virtually renovate their whole offense. Why is it renovation on the offense? Because Ethan Poaches has been here how many years? Joe Bitonio has been here how many years? Wyatt Teller has been here how many years? Jack Conklin has been here how many years? Jerome Ford has been here how many years? You have 11 starters on offense, and 5 to 6 of them have been here for 5 to 6 years. So it's not a rebuild if you're not moving all of them out and replacing all of them. They replaced the pieces that they lost. Your number one quarterback is injured for the year. Your number one running back of old is gone. The number one receiver that you did have to believe in, his career died out. You traded him to Buffalo. Oh, Jerry Jeudy had 1,200 yards last year for a 3-14 team. Hold on. So, how significant was his 1,200 yards if it didn't put us in no position to be a glorified winner? I don't understand. I literally don't understand a lot of you all's logic. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like what's going on? Okay. The Browns are in a year where they need to see what they have, so they need to see what they need to draft going forward. Out of all the shit y'all talk about Andrew Berry, this past season, this past draft, he had unquestionably the best draft out of everybody, and arguably the best draft in Cleveland Browns history. Now it's fire him. How stupid do you sound? How retarded is that logic? So you don't think he should have a chance to build on a great draft that he had? You make no sense. Oh, Kevin Stefanski should have been fired. His offense is abysmal. He's not getting the most out of his players. It's dink and doink. It's duck and dink. He's not doing, bro. The coach's job is to put you in a position to succeed. If you didn't see the last podcast, please go check it out, where we had this whole discussion and we showed the Dylan Gabriel video. Okay. On just that video alone, there were 8 plays that the Browns could have either scored on or made chunk plays. So ultimately, in just those 8 plays, they left 35 points on the field. We ain't even talked about how many positive plays got called back for penalties in that same game, or how many times receivers dropped the ball in that same game. So stop saying it's Kevin. Blame the goddamn players. If you're mad at any coach that the receivers are shitty, then blame Chad O'Shea, who's the passing game coordinator. Blame him. Who would you put in place of him? Kevin isn't going anywhere. Stop blaming Kevin. Stop blaming Kevin. I know it's not comfortable to not blame Kevin, but stop blaming him. Oh, well, he's been the common denominator, and he's been doing all. Hey, man, guess what? So what? Kevin also 40-something years old. And guess what? He's going to continue to get better because regardless of what you want to discredit him for, give him the credit for that. Every year he's gotten better in some aspect. That's all the fuck you asked for. He's gotten better, and he's been playing with everybody but the team he wanted to build. Now that he's in a position to build the team he wants to build, now you don't want him? Make this shit make sense. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple social platforms. Facebook, X, YouTube, Twitch. Catch us on IG at DeeTrynt or at Industry Sports. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you will see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly, DeeTrynt. We up here pop.
He ain't popping nothing right now, is he? You back?
Yeah, no.
That boy said we up here popping. I had to come through and say, eat. He ain't popping nothing right now, but we back, man. Yeah.
We here popping shit about the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Let me try to give you all some solace, okay? Stop expecting shit from the Browns. Stop expecting shit. Now, Mikey from CBS says, Cam Newton said, if I was GM of Cleveland, I would go after A.J. Brown. I'm going after disgruntled receivers who want the ball. There's no doubt about it. If a top-tier wide receiver comes to Cleveland, they're going to get Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Hey, so listen, I said this in a tweet. I said in a tweet that the Browns should go after a number one receiver this year, and they should still draft the number one receiver in the draft upcoming, and then put Jerry Jeudy in the slot. I like Isaiah Bond, and I like Jamari Thrash. But
I want some O-State heat. We need O-State in Cleveland. But did you find what you was talking about earlier?
You talking about on the tweets?
The Garrett, or was it fake news or something? Did you find that?
No, I talked about it. Garrett said, all Garrett said was, he said a few things. One, the first thing he said was,
I probably was gone.
First thing he said was, the fans can't be madder about the losing than the players on the field. There's nothing wrong with what he said because that should be a fact.
Right.
If the fans are madder than the players, then you can say there's a culture problem.
It's a fucking problem. All right, yeah, I probably was outside doing some other shit.
So that ain't nothing. He also said he wished that the Browns would have ran the ball more against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Fact. Oh, shit. There, yeah, shit. It's definitely turmoil going on.
No. Okay. So this is the shit where I can get on Miles' ass about. Miles, what position do you play? You play defensive end. Who do you directly go against in practice? The offensive tackles. So if the offensive tackles are shitty, I can put some of this on you as the leader on a defense who plays the position that goes against that specific position all the time. Why your weak ass ain't making them block better and telling them how to stop you? Huh, leader? Why you ain't telling the offensive tackles how to stop people? Why you ain't watching film with them so your quarterback can have a chance to make plays? Leader. See, I hate when people talk this leadership shit because half of them don't know how to fucking lead. You don't. And I ain't mad at you, Miles. I want you to understand I ain't mad, but I'm just saying if you're going to point out some shit, make sure you doing your job. Because my granny always taught me, don't criticize nothing that you ain't need. Don't offer your opinion and don't criticize nothing that you ain't willing to lead the solution on.
All right, now I agree with you because I was about to say, like, he told us, like, didn't he tell us, like, he wasn't the leader? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, We've been hearing that for years. Like he not no leader in no locker room type shit. You know what I'm saying?
But when he got his
I
money,
understand what you're saying. When he talking, like, don't talk about it if you ain't all right.
yeah. And plus, when you got your money, you said you was gonna improve your leadership skills. That's what you said.
I know you see you seen Riz go live.
I don't watch that old.
I know you don't watch Riz, but if you watch Pat McAfee, hey, listen, man. Shout out to Riz, but I'm gonna move on and back to DeeTrynt.
Man, cause listen, if it ain't Nathan Segura, if it ain't G. Bush, if it ain't Jeff Phelps, if it ain't Gerard Cherry, I don't watch y'all. I don't watch y'all. Cause y'all either come off racist, or you come off delusional, or you come off idiotic. And why would I want to entertain shit like that? Y'all half the reason these fans don't know what they talking about. I bet you if somebody offered y'all to go on a chalkboard and show them what you know about football, 90% of y'all couldn't do it. I bet you. But put me up there. Put me up there. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Did you see
that shit?
Did you see the Boston media versus the Boston coaches shit?
No. Oh yeah.
They beat them.
These old weak ass media. These weak ass media members ain't doing that.
The media had like 4 points, guys.
Man, they ain't doing that shit, bro. They like to talk behind these microphones. Ain't none of them getting on the field playing against none of them in no flag football. Flat out. And it's flag. None of them. They just gonna sit up there and talk that shit and cry. Nobody want to hear that shit, man. Nobody want to hear that shit. It's 40 years of this shit. That's why I'm upset. It's 40 years of weak ass Cleveland local sports media doing weak ass shit.
Rust Belt.
40 years of this shit.
Call them the Rust Belt. Hey, but listen, where is that? At 3:02 p.m. October 16th was that 2019 Myles Garrett. That's some bullshit because this is what Myles Garrett posted. A fan hopped out his car. He definitely wasn't a fan though, but he could have been. A fan hopped out his car, asked to take a pic, then punched me in my face. That's some bullshit. You don't remember when this shit happened? You know, I posted it. You know, Facebook memories. You know, Facebook memories pop up.
Now listen, and I bet you it was a white boy too. Because only stupid ass white boys think they can get away with shit. And it's the problem with racist ass Cleveland.
Listen, when you was talking about the fans, I was about to go there, but I was like, no, I ain't about to go there. But hey, Miles said he jumped out to take a picture with me, then punched me in my face. He said, put your legs into it next time and you might make me flinch. He said, put your legs into it and you might make me flinch.
Miles should have pressed charges on his weak ass.
He should have, but
bitch ass. That's some weird ass shit, bro. Y'all. And y'all wonder why, and Cleveland fans wonder why y'all ain't got shit. Y'all don't help yourselves. Do Cleveland fans remember we're the reason why no glass bottles are allowed in no stadiums in the country? Cleveland fans, you're the reason. Stupid motherfuckers. Y'all get shit banned. Don't wonder why nobody give a fuck, because y'all fucking fake. Fake as fuck, bro. Y'all have no encouragement skill whatsoever. Y'all complain on social media every fucking day, 365, 24/7. No fucking player wanna deal with a fan base like that, bro. Y'all irritating. And there's no loyalty in that type of shit. None of that is a trait of loyalty. Listen, if you don't like the fucking Browns,
like us, and you know the real city, the real Cleveland fan base, them other ones outweigh us. Like man, we ain't gonna get too deep into this shit, but they don't like us outside that motherfucking stadium. Motherfucker smile in your face all in that stadium, but once you leave that motherfucker, it's a whole different state. It's a whole different vibe. You feel me? They sit next to you, smiling in your face, but once they leave that bitch, and that's how they feel about the players, and it'll come out when bad shit happen. Like, man, listen, that shit that happened to Watson, bruh, that wasn't the city booing him. Like niggas no matter how much, we don't care how much he getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Like them his pockets and them people paying him. We ain't paying him. That was them folk. You know what I'm saying? Booing him and all that old other shit. That wasn't the city. That wasn't the Brown fans, the real, like, you know, so that's the motherfuckers that DeeTrynt to really flip out on y'all, but I stop him from.
Man, I cause listen, bro, cause y'all weird, man. Y'all weird. Y'all don't think y'all weird, but y'all are. Who listen? Just for all my dudes, for all my homies that's married, right? For all my male and women that's married, right? If you did your best, right, regardless of whatever circumstances, and your spouse complained 24/7, 365, you would divorce them. If y'all don't like the product on the field, find another team to root for. It's really that simple. It's really that. Find somebody else to root for. Find somebody else to cheer for. Don't buy tickets and don't go to the games. Don't wear the colors. But you think because you support the team half-ass that you entitled to your opinion. Don't nobody give a fuck about your opinion. Somebody gonna say on my timeline, we pay the contracts. Motherfucker, you don't pay shit. Haslam pay the contracts. Because if you know anything about football, he got to have the money already on hand before he even offer it to him. So how much of that came out your pocket? What $1 million contract is you paying? Whose? Stop fucking lying. Feeling entitled about some shit you can't even explain the right way. Get your weird ass the fuck off my timeline. Yeah, I'm talking like that because y'all piss me off. Y'all don't have a lot of y'all have no clue what loyalty is. A lot of y'all have no clue about protecting your own and protecting your brand. Y'all are fair weather fans. You're like 4 quarters. You're gonna change for $1. And this is why it's hard to have conversations with y'all all the time. This is why. Because don't nobody want to hear this negative Nancy shit every fucking day. You don't have nothing else to do with your life but complain all fucking day to find a new team. Move to a new fucking city and root for that motherfucking team. Why the fuck are you still here? We don't need you. Because guess what y'all don't know, for people who don't travel or people who don't know how to get the fuck out of the state? It's Browns fans all over the fucking world. All over the world. Loyal, diehard Brown fans all over the world. I've stayed in 6 or 7 different states and found communities of Brown backers in every fucking state. Y'all here, y'all can show up and all y'all do is weird shit. Yeah, y'all do weird shit. It's aggravating. It's annoying. It's annoying, man. Y'all argue about the same shit. The coach, the GM, the quarterback. But nobody's talking about how Charles Schlesinger is having a Pro Bowl season as a rookie. Nobody's talking about how Isaiah McGuire is having another stellar season as a DN when it comes to a run stopping. Nobody's talking about how Grant Delpit is really holding it down in the secondary and how Ronnie Hickman is really having a good year as a secondary. Nobody's talking about how them interior 3 linemen, Batonio, Teller, and Poaches has really been holding it down, even though the tackles ain't been helping them out. And I know I was talking shit about Teller earlier, but he's been doing pretty good, better than the other tackle niggas. Okay, nobody is clamoring for Jamari Thrash to get more playing time since Jerry Jeudy can't catch. I don't hear y'all yelling him to play Gage Lavardian, even though he's probably injured and he won't play. Okay? Oh, we want to see Shador. Oh, we want to see Shador. Bruh, if they couldn't block for Flacco and they could barely block for Dylan, why the fuck would I want Shador in there so he can get blasted too? Nah, bruh. Shador keep sitting, bruh. Don't even let that bother you, bruh. Keep sitting. Your time gonna come. and you're gonna be able to do what you want to do. As far as the leadership on the team, I gotta blame the players on the field. If the players on the field have a losing mentality, and you have 6 to 7 to 9 tenured veterans on your team, then you have to question the leadership on the field. I'm not about to blame the coach because he trusted his players when his job is to trust his players. I'm going to blame for the players for not upholding the trust that he put in y'all. Oh, they act like Andrew Berry's supposed to hit on every fucking draft pick that he ever picked. Y'all complain about 4th and 5th round picks that didn't pan out. Like
I
4th
was
and 5th
just
round
about to
picks
say
don't
that. I
pan
was
out.
just about to say, can you please? Because that's what I really wanted you to do last episode when you was can't do it to your episode. I really wanted you to break
Hey
it
Siri.
down because everybody was comparing.
Hey
That was
Siri.
the main thing. They
Bring
were
up
comparing.
Andrew Berry's draft history as a GM for the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, but they was comparing them to Kemo Sabe, but they wasn't mentioning the rounds that Kemo Sabe and that then Barry had. You feel me? Two different. It's two different things. That's what I wanted you to break down too in the last episode. You broke down everything else, but that's what I wanted you to break down. Like how many?
You ain't seriously get on my nerves sometimes.
Because you was going, you
Come
held it
on,
down.
man.
It
You
was
stupid
going.
shit. Come on. Hey, get your shit together.
Oh, your fishy phone.
Get your motherfucking shit together.
That's why it don't work because you violent.
I am pretty violent. I ain't gonna lie. I got anger issues. I ain't gonna lie. I do. I do got a little bit of anger issues, man. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share. Once you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly, DeeTrynt. Make sure y'all do the same. I'm gonna take a chill pill for a minute. I'm gonna relax and bring my shit down. And we're gonna go over Andrew Berry's draft history. Okay. Andrew Berry has had, what's this? 4, 5 drafts. Let me see. Yeah, 5th draft, maybe even a 6th draft. All right. He has taken. Hey man, I hate when they do this, bro. Why you can't answer the question that I asked you? Thank you. They want to give you everything what you asked for. Okay, let's revisit his first draft in 2020. Okay, his first draft in 2020, he drafted Jared Wills, who did not pan out. I will understand this too, because somebody said something about bringing Jared Wills back. I want people to remember that Jedrick Wills was a right tackle at Alabama, and the Browns forced him to play left. If you know anything about playing the offensive line,
Bro.
that is not an easy
And
transition.
not even that, he let it be known plenty of times. Like
That he
this
didn't
is
like it.
something new to me. Like I like this. Like you know what I'm saying. This is something new to me. Like I can't. He ain't basically say he couldn't do it. He didn't want to get ran out the league, but he really said he couldn't do it in his words. Like man, like this ain't my position. Like somebody else need to be doing this shit.
Now, in my opinion, they should have just switched him back to right. But in my opinion, I think Jimmy Haslam wouldn't let him. That's my opinion, right? Boom. Then you had Grant Delpit at pick 44 in the 2nd round. You had Jordan Elliott. Now, mind you, Jordan Elliott ain't panning out, but he plays for the Eagles right now, and he's blocked 2 kicks this year already. Crazy work, right? Jacob Phillips, linebacker from LSU, he injured himself out the league. Harrison Bryant, tight end, didn't pan out, but he's still in the league. Nick Harris, undersized center. Used him the same way they using Aiden Hutchinson as a power blocking back. The problem with Nick Harris was he was little. Then you had Donovan Peoples-Jones. Donovan Peoples-Jones had flashes. I mean, he could have really panned out, but he's not on the team anymore. And then you had, okay, so that was that draft, right? That was 2020. So it was Jedrick, Delpit, Peoples-Jones, Jacob Phillips, Jordan Elliott. All right.
But you didn't say what round and stuff.
Okay. No, I thought I did. Jedrick was first, round 1. Grant Pitt was down, round 2. All right. Jordan Elliott was the 88th pick in round 3. Jacob Phillips was the 97th pick in round 3. And Harrison Bryant was 115 in round 4. And Nick Harris was 160 in round 5. And Donovan Peoples-Jones was 187 in round 6.
What was that Jared Wills in round 1?
Yeah, he was round 1. He was a 10th pick.
10th pick? Okay.
So, but listen, we talked about this last time. Andrew Berry was 33 years old, and that was his first draft. And from that draft, he still has Grant Delpit. Okay? All right? Grant Delpit is considered one of the better safeties in the league right now. So it wasn't all that bad. Man, if you don't go back to what I asked you to go back to, bruh, stop playing with me. You play too much. All right. Let's go to year 2. The 2021 draft. Right? Wasn't this the year that they got into it with Baker and they traded for Watson? Come on, phone. You blows me with this bullshit. Okay. So, in this draft, they take Greg Newsome, number 1 with the 26th pick. Right? The 26th pick in the first round denote that the Browns went to the playoffs. Let's start there. That denotes automatically that you know the Browns went to the playoffs, or they wouldn't be a 26th pick. And they took Greg Newsome. Okay? They just now traded Greg Newsome. Okay. Their second pick in that draft at 52 was Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who has been stellar for the Browns. He's just injured right now. Okay? I will give Browns fans credit for this one, okay? I am not mad at y'all for being upset about this particular pick. Before I even say his name, I'm going to give Browns fans credit for this was a bum-ass pick. I'm going to give you that. This is a bum-ass pick. Anthony Schwartz at pick 91 in the 3rd round. Okay. I'm going to give you all that one. Anthony Schwartz didn't do shit with his life. So I'll give you all that. James Hudson III. 4th round, 110th pick. Okay? Understand something about the draft. Every prospect pick after the 2nd round is a maybe. This is why the first 2 rounds picks are the only ones who have guaranteed lengthy contracts. Because everything after the 3rd round is a maybe. Now, Andrew Berry was 34 years old, picking in his 2nd draft. Okay, James Hudson III. They just got rid of him this offseason. He just didn't develop, right? 4th pick was Tommy Togiai, defensive tackle from O State. What, didn't O State go for the title that year or some shit like that, right? They was really, okay. And Togiai was pretty good, right? Okay. But he just didn't pan out, right? And then you had Tony Fields, linebacker. Tony Fields was a pretty good reserve for us. I think they just let him go last season. Okay, I mean the end of last season, right? Tony Fields the second though was a pretty good pick. I don't think he was a linebacker. I think he was a box safety. But they didn't get that far because who was their defensive coach? Joe Bum-Ass Woods. I don't even know where Joe Bum-Ass Woods at now. And yes, I can call you bum because you were a shitty defensive coach for the Browns. You were one of the shittiest defensive coaches I've ever seen in the league, period. And I didn't understand how you got so bad. With the fifth pick at 169 was Richard LeCounte. Hmm. At 6, they had Demetric Felton. Hmm. Okay, so out of this draft, right? Newsome in the first, Jeremiah in the second. Okay? Newsome is still playing. Newsome is about to get a contract. I don't know how much it's going to be, but he's going to get a contract. He's still in the NFL. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah has already been to the Pro Bowl twice. So what are we talking about? Okay, let's keep going, right? But people will say, oh, well, you only named like 4 players out of like 12 picks. But a lot of those picks was late round picks. And late round picks aren't obligated to turn into something. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. It is
So
what it is.
so he only had, when it come to first round pick, he had his first one, and this year, them the only first round picks he had.
No, he had 2020, 2021, and 2025.
Okay.
All right, because when we opened up 2022, what happened in 20? Why are you being such a dickwad, bro? You're pissing me off. They're like, you pissing me off. I don't understand why you acting so stupid.
Because you be smacking him.
And now you see why. Acting so goddamn dumb. Makes no sense.
Yeah, man. What the hell wrong with your eye, dude?
Alright. Making my little, I just feel like I get a lot of hating going on. Okay. If I wasn't doing this podcast, it wouldn't be acting like this. But now that I'm doing the podcast, now I want to act like it don't want to register. It's slow. It don't want to comprehend nothing. Like, what are we doing, man? It's so aggravating to go through these fucking shit sometimes, man. It makes no sense. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you ready? I gotta get on my Gracie. Get on my Gracie. Are you ready?
No, that ain't gonna work, man. You need to watch the Jungle Book.
Man, what? I don't care nothing about Mowgli. You better get out of here.
Yeah, I ain't talking about both. My nigga, but look, real street nigga, dog.
Okay. 2022. The year Baker wanted to be traded. And we traded for Deshaun Watson, which means we had no first round pick this year, no first round pick or second round pick in 2022, no first round pick or second round pick in 2023. And if I'm mistaken, we didn't have a first round pick and a third round pick in 2024. But we're going to follow it and see how accurate I am. With the first pick in the Browns draft, third round, 68, they picked Martin Emerson. Is Martin Emerson not one of the better players on this team? But he's injured. So he hit on that pick, right? He hit on that pick.
Facts. And that came from some of the
Do you know who he picked right after he picked Emerson?
it came from some of the best wide receivers that Emerson had. But go ahead.
Bruh, he picked Alex Wright. The defensive end, Alex Wright. He picked him right after he picked Martin Emerson. Does Alex Wright not start for us right now? Okay. I just want to know if I'm tripping, right? Okay. On a defense that's considered one of the best in the league, right? Okay. Do you know who was the pick after him? David Bell. And unfortunately, David Bell just retired from the NFL a couple days ago because he had off the field issues that he couldn't overcome. Mm-mm. Let's keep. Come on, man. Come on, man. You bugging. You're bugging. You're about to piss me off. Mm, mm, mm. Man, bro, can't. Whoo. Wait, maybe I should send this. Let me do this. I'm gonna switch devices. Let's go ahead and switch devices, cause I'm gonna be upset, right? Mm. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just I'm just going through the list of Andrew Berry's draft picks that everybody's just so mad at that he just can't do it. Now, mind you, we're in draft number 3 and he's 35. Okay, this is where we at. Bro, why you can't shit? What is wrong with you? Why are you being stupid? Oh my god. Oh, this shit makes me so upset. Yeah, I'm gonna send this to the other device, and I want to turn this phone off because I'm pretty sure if I don't, I'm going to slam this phone up against a wall somewhere. I probably am. All right. I've lost a lot of phones like that. I'm gonna let y'all know. See, I'm a destructive person to the shit that I pay for. Okay. If I have to destroy another person, it's because they asked for it. All right. I want y'all to understand that, right? I'm pretty good at trying to take the energy out where it deserves. Okay. Boom. Let's do that. Bow. We're going to turn you off because you're going to make me mad. Oh, bro, I should have sent it to you, huh? Mm, 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 Go ahead. You go ahead and get out of here. All right.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. You chose violence on the phone, and I told you the phone ain't did nothing to you, but you
Man,
chose
man, fuck that phone. It
yeah.
shouldn't be pissing me off.
Oh man, phone ain't did shit to you.
It did. They're not responding. They're not cooperating. All right. Boom. We're going to the 2022 draft. Okay, so Martin Emerson was picked 68. Alex Wright was picked 78. David Bell was picked 99. David Bell did retire a couple days ago. I wish all the well to him. Perrion Winfrey was a 4th-round pick. How many people are mad that Perrion Winfrey didn't pan out? He was 108. Cade York was a 4th-round pick. Everybody wanted Cade York. Everybody thought Cade York was going to work out, but he didn't. All right, he was drafted 124. Jerome Ford. Is Jerome Ford not still on the team? Is he not running back too? He was picked 156. He's still on the team. Wide receiver Michael Woods II was on the team up until last season, up until this off season actually, and he just couldn't recover from injury. But if I'm mistaken, when Woods played, he showed promise. Okay. Number 7 pick Isaiah Thomas, edge, pick 223. He was a 7th-round pick. Okay, we're not having conversations about 7th-round picks. Dawson Deaton, pick 246. Are we having to talk about undrafted free agent DeAnthony Bell? I like the DeAnthony Bell. I wish he would have stayed, but he didn't. He's somewhere else getting his groove on. Okay. Let us go to the next one. Let's go to the next draft. Where we at? Okay, this is 2022 draft. So let's go to this 2023 draft. Let's do this. I'm on a different phone, so it'll be a lot easier to go to the Browns 2023 draft. Hold on. I just want y'all to know, like, for people talking crazy about Andrew Berry's draft, I done named quite a few players that are still on the roster and contributing. I just wanted to be able to point that out that they're still contributing. Browns draft 2023. 2023. Okay. Name quite a few players that are still on the roster. Let's go to Pro Football Reference. I like Pro Football Reference. They're pretty sturdy. Okay. So in 2023, the Browns drafted Cedric Tillman at 74, Siaki Ika at 98, DeJuan Jones at 111, Isaiah McGuire at 126, Dorian Thompson-Robinson at 140, Cameron Mitchell at 142, and Luke Weipler at 190. So Cedric a third rounder, Siaki a third rounder. Siaki is not on the team, but Cedric is. Cedric is actually a starter when he's healthy. DeJuan Jones was the starter, but he hasn't been healthy for 2 seasons. Isaiah McGuire is a contributing piece on the team right now. Didn't we just talk about him? He's one of the best run defenders at DN in the league so far. That's crazy work. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who didn't improve and didn't work out. Cameron Mitchell, who a lot of you swore by. Oh, he's going to be the slot corner. Oh, he's going to be the guy. He ain't shit. And Luke Weipler, who's still on the team, still the backup center. Okay? That's Browns 2023 draft. Let's do Browns 2024 draft. Who did they take? The Browns had a second-round pick. And who did they draft? Michael Hall. Oh, Michael Hall ain't played. Well, Michael Hall had a broken kneecap and a torn MCL last year. I don't think Michael Hall will be ready to play before next season. We drafted Zach Zinter in the third round, 85th pick. Jamari Thrash at 156. Nathaniel Watson, linebacker. He's still on the team. Is he not? He's still on the team. Miles Harden, defensive back. He's still on the team. And Jawan Briggs, defensive end, who I think they just got rid of this season. Okay, so Hall still on the team, Zinter still on the team, Thrash still on the team, Watson still on the team, Miles Harden still on the team. On top of Dale Pitt still on the team, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah still on the team, Alex Wright still on the team, Isaiah McGuire still on the team, DeJuan Jones still on the team. So for all these draft picks that ain't panned out, a lot of these niggas still on the team.
And listen, and they forgetting about JOK. My dog just got hurt. They forgetting, like he was dogging these boys out here, man. Listen, man. I hope he can come back, man. That shit. Hate injuries like that, man.
I mean, technically, all these cats still young. Like, they still young. Like, what are we talking about? Oh, do we need to go over this year's draft? This is by far. So, Barry started his own drafting record at the age of 33. Okay?
And this is his first getting them first round picks and them good picks over the years, because
he ain't have them. We just went through
it. He ain't had to start off in the fourth round and shit this year. You feel me?
And what did he do?
Hit different.
He drafted Mason Graham, Charles Schlesinger, Quinshon Judkins, Harold Fannin, Dylan Gabriel, Dylan Thompson, and Shedeur Sanders. So, if calculation serves me right, 75% of the players that he's drafted his tenure are still on the fucking roster. A guy who started drafting at 33 and is now 38. People have different learning curves, man. You have to let them grow.
So
You
what
have
do
to
you
let them
have?
grow.
What do you have? 4 when it comes to just first round picks starting off altogether.
Yeah.
4,
He's only drafted 3 first round picks.
3 first round. All right, I gave him one. All right.
Jedrick Wills, Greg Newsome, Mason
And
Grant.
this year, Mason Ryan. All
Okay.
right.
So Greg Newsome is still in the league and he's still a starter. Jedrick Wills is still a free agent. I think the Browns should bring him back at right tackle. What the fuck do you have to lose? They should bring him back and let him play right tackle, his natural position. Just see what happens.
Jedrick Wills out in Japan somewhere, Australia, having a good time. I think he might be done.
Now, I mean, he wasn't really fully healthy though off that ankle sprain and shit. You know, he tried to play through it and shit. And listen, man, if you ain't gonna bring him back, then stop. Yeah, I'm just. It's
Yeah,
just.
that's what I think. I think he made that choice. Like, man, I can't be how I want to be, so let me leave out the states. Like, I really think he out in Japan or Australia right now. I think Japan. I think he moved to Japan.
Man, you think he moved to Japan? Y'all talked about the boy so bad, y'all ran him out the country. Just no encouragement, man. All I'm saying is the fans are taking on the identity of the local sports media, and the local sports media is trash. So the fans' attitude towards the game is trash. Now, I will give you all credit. Jimmy Haslam has not been the best owner, but he does care. Okay? Nobody invests this much money into a franchise they don't care about. So stop saying he doesn't care. Okay? Start holding the players accountable for not improving their games. Period. Man. Period.
Thank you. I say, man, Jimmy is one of our best owners since Big Al. Big Al tried to do his best to make it, you know what I'm saying? And his son, the rest of the learners, they weren't no football people, but Big Al tried to do what he can do to make this motherfucker happen, man. But once he was out of there, it was like that. The rest of them, his son even he already admitted, like, man, I just don't want to give up my father's business, but all I'm doing is running it to the ground. But man, listen, give me the best thing we had, man. He trying, but he just getting took up top. That's all. We can't be mad at Jimmy for getting finesse. It's finessing. You know what I'm saying? He been getting finesse. Like his fault, you know what I'm saying? He think he getting football minds in here, and he had football minds in here, but it was turmoil. A lot of cutthroat shit going on.
It's Cleveland, man. People
Oh yeah,
always come to
hey,
Cleveland
they don't
and want to
understand.
do different shit, want to try weird shit, want to experiment, and all this other. I'm over it. Hey, listen, I'm a diehard Browns fan. I'm gonna be a diehard Browns fan to the day they take me. Okay, I'm going to always want to see the best for my team, regardless of what nobody talk about. I want to call a spade at every opportunity that I get. Okay, and right now, the Browns are still piecing together the offense. Period. Until they actually complete that, bear with us. All right. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports Streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at DeeTrynt or at Industry Sports. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you will see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. It has been a pleasure today. I am not going to bust an ulcer today. I will get reconvene with you all maybe Sunday morning. I'm not in Cleveland right now. I am in Florida, which means I'll get the game because they are playing Miami. But I will be back in Cleveland the week of Halloween. Because we throwing a party on the west side at Exotic Cuisine. Yes, we are. Halloween, come kick it with us. Ruta Bang gonna be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Holly the Hitman, Cedar Simon will be in the building. MDN Jado, he gonna be in the building. And we gonna have some more special guests up there, man. So if y'all ain't doing nothing for Halloween, bruh, make sure y'all come check us out. You can see the flyers and the posts on all my social medias. You see DeeTrynt. You know what I'm saying? You will see it up there, man. So it's been a pleasure, bruh. You got anything you want to say before we slide? I'm going to take that as a no. So I'm going to holler at y'all later. Please be easy. One love. Stay blessed. Stay warm.
Damn.